it's Christina from Card Making Magic. This is what we're going to make today. It's a very simple little baby card. It can be decorated any way you want, and it's quite easy to make. So the first thing we're going to do is make the template to create the baby onesie. Now what I'm going to do is take you step by step through all the different stages, and I'm going to lay them down here so that you'll be able to see them. So the first thing we're going to do is just take a piece of card. Now this is only to make the template, so it doesn't have to be your best card. And we're going to cut a square that is 4.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And I'm going to lay step 1 down there. Now step 2 is to find the middle of the card, and I've just marked it with a pink line. And then I'm going to measure down from the top 1 3/4 inches, and along that line I'm going to measure in 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to make a dot. So that's step 2. So step 3, we have the first mark down and 1 going in, and those are the first 2 lines that we're going to put in. Now to find the leg line, we're going to take a piece of card that is as wide as the card that we're using, fold it in half, and you're going to very roughly draw a leg line, and then you're going to cut that leg line out. And then once you've done that, you're going to open that out and trace it onto your main template so that you have the leg line on the card. And that's step 3. Now I'm going to flip this over, because now we're going to make the neckline, and all I've used for this is just the top of a hairspray can, and all I've done is trace round it. So now we have the neck, the arm lines and the leg lines, and the next part is to measure down, is to draw down from the dot that you made, which is there, and you're coming down to the top of the leg, which is there, in a straight line. So now we will have all the lines ready to cut out the template. And once we've cut it out, I'm going to just mark this in pink. So I'm going to mark that in pink so that you can see where it needs cutting. And you're going to cut that out, and that will be your template ready to make your baby cards. So here's just a quick recap on the stages. Cut yourself a piece of card 4.5 by 5.5 inches. Find the centre, measure down from the top 1 3/4 inches, and work 1/2 inch in and make a dot. And that's another line. That's the next part of your onesie. Now I've marked in the lines that we've cut for the arms, and we're going to find the leg line by taking a piece of card, marking in the line that we want, placing it onto our template and drawing round it. And that's the next stage. We've used the top of a hairspray can to create the neck, and all the pink lines now are where you're going to cut your template, which will give you this. Now once you've got your template, you can take a piece of A4 card and fold it in half, or alternatively you can use a patterned paper, and you're going to lay your template on it so that the shoulder parts are on the fold at the top. You're going to trace around that very lightly with a pencil, and you're going to cut that out, and once you've cut that out you will have that shape. So if you wanted to use paper or a thicker card or double-sided patterns, you can do that with your pattern. But if you wanted to keep it white, then I've embossed mine, and all I've done is put the card that I've cut into an embossing folder just up to the shoulder line, and I have run that through my die cutting machine, and I've got the pattern embossed in it there. So now we can start to decorate this shape, and this is the one that I'm going to work on. Now if you have die cut shapes, you can add those to your little template, or you can add in some lace and some ribbon. But if you don't have any of those things, you can still decorate this template, this card, with more card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a bib to go on that. So I'm taking my template, I'm laying it onto some scrap card, because this, again, as I say, is just templates, and I'm just going to draw around that. Now that gives me the shape of the top of my my bib, and again I'm going to put in the neckline. So I know that that's the area that I have to work with. So once I've folded this piece of card in half, I know that this is the area that I have to work in. So freehand, I'm going to just draw in some scallops, and I'm going to come right the way down there, and then once I've cut that out, I will be left with that. And then for the legs, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to take my template, place it on some card, and I'm going to draw around the leg area. And then once I take that away, I'm going to freehand draw in another line, and I'm going to cut that out, and that will give me the two parts that I need for my legs. So once I've got my templates from some good card, I have cut myself a fancy bib that's going to sit on the baby card. I have cut some fancy leg openings. I need to find out where they go. I can trim these off once they're glued in place. I have a little bow that I'm going to attach. Now I'm adding in these fancy areas with some foam pads just to raise them up a little bit on the card, and that just gives a little bit more definition to the card. All have got foam pads on them, and that is basically your baby card. You can decorate the inside or add an invitation to a baby shower inside, but that makes a very pretty card for a new baby. And there you have it. Now once you've finished your card, keep all the parts to your template together, and then the next time you want to make the card, you have them ready there to remind you of what to do.